Good morning, students. Today we will see about the smell. That means sense of smell. Sense of smell or the olfaction is started from the nasal cavity. It is well developed in dogs, but not well developed in a human being. But it is one of the important one in this class. Important sense we will see in this class how the sense of smell is working. What are all the receptors, namely understand how these impulses are transmitted and how this olfactory nerve development of olfactory system in embryonic life. If you see the embryonic life, one glance we can see how overview in the development of olfactory system in embryonic life. From the ectoderm, olfactory placido in the embryonic life 10th day. From the olfactory placido, the olfactory bulb, it is developed from the telencephalon. We have seen the eyes developed from the diencephalon. Remember where is the place in the bone, in the brain? From the neural tube development we have seen, I think you remember, from the diencephalon the retina is developed. Same way in the olfactory bulb is developed from the telencephalon. So from that olfactory sensory nerve axon forms, and then form of the bulb, and it becomes a nerve, and the olfactory nerve invade to the nasal cavity and it is reaching the olfactory epithelium. So olfactory epithelium playing a major role. What are all the cells which is present? This olfactory epithelium, how it is sensitizing those cells and how it does take the impulses to the brain, let us see. Hope you understand about this one. This is the overview, like about, the picture, like this is a nasal cavity where it is going cribiform phone, and there is a olfactory bulb is there, and this olfactory mucus. So this is one overview structure. This is a hard palate. Here in this microscopic structure you can see very well. This is olfactory bulb. Okay, this bipolar cells, this bipolar neuron present also here in the olfactory. Like we have seen already, bipolar cells are present in the retina, ear, as well as in the nose. Understand? And the olfaction, it is present. If you see, this is the this is called the epithelium, olfactory epithelium. It has got two cells. This is the receptor cells and the supporting cells. You can see receptor cells and supporting cells, receptor cells and supporting cells. This is called the supporting cell cilia, which is present. So this one axons. Okay, here what's happening here? This is called olfactory glands, which is secreting the substances called the mucus. Okay, so this olfactory mucus which is secreting. So like a Bowman gland also, which is presenting near in the supporting cell. So this is secreting this one. So these olfactory supporting cells also having the like a cilia. Cilia is the like a hair like a structure which is present in the receptor. It is present the hair cells or the olfactory hair cells or the cilia. So this is a bipolar nerve ending. These all called the nerve endings are present in here in the cilia or the receptor or the hair cells, olfactory vesicles, and the nerves are present. So the nerve impulses mixed with the mucous membrane, it has been sensitive, and it is going to the basal cells and it is reaching to the olfactory bulb. So olfactory bulb, these nerves are joining together, it is forms the olfactory tract. So the olfactory tract taking the nerves to the area of the brain. So where it is taking to the primary and secondary olfactory area, and it is to like these are all called the anterior perforator substances. Nothing to know. These olfactory tract into the going to the two areas and it is reaching. You have to remember that olfactory impulses are transmitted directly to the cerebral cortex without relay of the thalamus. Okay, so this is about the olfactory epithelium. This is a like hair cell. Supporting cells are there. Two cells are present in the olfactory epithelium. Bowman gland or the olfactory gland with this um, present, also secreting some mucus, it is getting secreted from this is olfactory vesicles are present, olfactory hair cells are present, otherwise it is called the cilia. So where these axons are entering, and if you see the air is coming through the nose and it reaching the nasal cavity and it dissolve in the mucus in this one, and olfactory cilia is, once the mucus is dissolving the smell, and the olfactory cilia is getting reacted, and how it is reacting, it is depolarizing and initiating the action potential. This action potential passing through the cribriform palate and ethmoid phone and reaching to the anterior cranial fossa and olfactory cortical area. Cortical area may be primary and the secondary cortical area, it is going and reaching it. So this is how this one olfaction is going. So continuous exposure to the some smell also, the receptor like becoming important, couldn't able to feel that smell is continuously. Sometimes you cannot able to anosmia, you cannot feel the smell. Some bacterial infections like corona like infections also, 1 or 2 months it is some bacteria are affecting this like hair cells or mucus or the epithelial cells or the basal cells in the mucous membrane, or it is getting affected. So it is long term they are losing the smells. This hair cells are being affected. After some time it takes nearly 2 to 3 months to regain it. Even everyone might have experienced it. Myself, I have been experienced the loss of smell due to the corona. Loss of smell, loss of taste. Taste regained back, but the smell it took longer time. So this is about this one. So today's class we have seen about what is the development of olfactory system, how it is developed. It is also developed from the ectoderm, and the olfactory bulb developed from the telencephalon. From that olfactory sensory nerve axon developed and it ends into the olfactory epithelium. This is the microscopic structure of olfactory epithelium. What are all that present? What are all the cells namely present? Supporting cells or receptor cells, and what are all the glands, Bowman gland or olfactory gland, which are secreting the mucus, so that any smells are coming, the receptors are getting activated and dissolve the smells in this mucus, and they started to sensitize the smell. And smell is mostly closely related with the memory. Some of them giving a beautiful memory and recalling the memory and sweet memory. Sometimes some of the smell will be foul smelling and to protect us and not to eat the food, or sometimes it induce vomiting and other things. So and this sense is a special sense, is well developed for the dogs but not well developed for the human being. And one more thing, action potential is taken, converting action potential by the hair like a cell cilia, and these impulses are taken into the nerve tract and it is reaching to the cerebral cortex of the brain. And you have to remember that the olfactory impulses are transmitted directly to cerebral cortex without rely on the thalamus. So in this class we have seen about what is about the smell. You can write what is the what is the small introduction about it, and any one diagram you write it, and and with the picture you memorize it, so that it will be so easy for you to appear for the 5-mark questions. Mostly these questions for the nursing and paramedical students will be come for the 5-mark question. Thank you.